The Pebble!
Well, guys, it's 100.
The Pebble has returned. You can go, if you would like to go order a Pebble, you can go to the Repebble website, go to get one, go to I want one. Why is there two buttons for it? So, here are the two Pebbles that have been announced so far. The fuck is a Pebble? It is a smartwatch. So, I wish there was something more, more in line with the Pebble Steel. Yeah. They, Eric is claiming, he's claiming 30 days. Now, I don't buy that.
I was going to make my own OLED watch, just a digital clock and no apps. I leaked the look.
Oh, sure, okay. I really do prefer the look of the Pebble Steel, and I kind of wish we got something along those lines. However, I understand. I get it, right? It's your first device back. You're gonna go with something simpler, right? Here's some random dude's hairy arm. But the Pebble is very, very open, very hackable. There's the operating system running on this thing is open source now. You could just, there's an API kit you can just write shit for. You can do whatever you want with this thing. It has an always on screen. Yeah. It's an e-paper screen, so which is nice, because this means it fucking lasts a long time. You don't need a fucking OLED screen on a watch. It's so stupid that everyone's been putting these stupid screens on a watch, having them last no time at all, and then it takes someone like this to come back and actually release something. Now, the price is, for a lot of people the price is a bit high, and I get it. But, this is a very small... It's a very small, coming back and starting this up again. You can't expect early adopter prices to be good, right? That's just simply how it is. Sorry, Brodie, I'm a Casio watch enjoyer. Hey, I respect that. I respect that, as long as you don't have an Apple Watch. Anyway, let's watch the 9 to 5 Google video. Have you ever seen a Garmin watch? Like this one? Here we have a Garmin watch. It's one of the older ones, but this is a present I got. It was a Christmas present 4 or 5 years ago. This thing lasts a while. This thing reasonably lasts a week. Yeah. But it's very locked down, right? This is one of the things that's nice about the Pebble. It's very open. There's still a community of people who are hacking on the original Pebbles. Yeah, that's I want to get one. I can't justify that much. My Pine Time was $30. Yeah, completely understandable. Another Vivo Active HR user. Yes, we are the two Vivo Active HR users in the world.
Well, guys, it's 100% official now. The legendary Pebble Smartwatch is back.
Wait, you guys are hearing the audio on both sides, aren't you?
10 years after their original smartwatch was released way back in 2012. And I'm super excited because this was one of my favorite smartwatches back in the day, with so much to offer to the tech community. Thankfully, we got a lot of info on exactly what's happening, so let me give you a quick rundown on everything.
Also, I did reach out to Eric when the announcement first happened. He said he'd be up for coming on closer to the devices releasing. So I'll probably try to bring him on sometime around July after this one releases. Yeah. Anyway.
you need to know. And of course, if you appreciate coverage like this, consider subscribing to the E95 Google YouTube channel, because we have a lot more content like this coming your way.
How's the audio level, by the way?
Trust me, you cannot miss out on any of it. So, to give you a quick overview, Pebble is one of the first major mainstream smartwatches in its day. At the time, in 2012, they raised over $10 million via a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, wasn't it one of the most successful Kickstarters ever done? Or was it, like, I don't remember the exact details, but it definitely was, like, one of the biggest.
Their smartwatch concept, and then would go on to sell over 2 million units in its lifespan. Pebble was so popular, in fact, that it caught the attention of Fitbit, who purchased the brand for $23 million in December of 2016.
And then did abso-fucking-lutely nothing with it. Absolutely nothing.
Acquiring all of their intellectual property, including its software and firmware development, and some big-name talent from within the company. After the acquisition, all future projects were canceled, and for some reason, we never saw Fitbit utilize Pebble OS again. Of course, as we know, Google bought Fitbit in 2021, and 4 years later, they allowed for Pebble OS to be open-sourced, making it available for anyone to use. Since then, the original founder of the Pebble Smartwatch, Eric Mijikowski, has made an official statement stating they would continue work on a Pebble-like device, effectively picking up right where they left off in 2016. As of March 18th, we finally got some real concrete info on what this new Pebble...
The same way Google bought Fitbit and did fuck all with it, I assume Fitbit has some trademarks or patents that Google wanted. Same way I assume that Pebble had something Fitbit wanted, even though it wasn't the device itself. Oftentimes, like, companies will be bought up, and then there's like it's not something like obvious to the consumer that they would want. Like, it's not like they wanted the operating system. They might want the talent there. They might want some trademark or some patent they have. I would like to know why Fitbit bought them, but at this point we'll never know. Fitbit is gone. Fitbit is Google now.
Like smartwatch project will entail, and if you're a fan of the classic, then I think this will be right up your alley. From what we know so far, we will be getting 2 smartwatches from Eric Mijikowski, the $149 Pebble Core 2 Duo and the $225 Pebble Core Time 2.
Didn't Google also buy Motorola just for that reason? Yeah, Motorola's been around for a fucking long time. Like, Motorola used to be a massive company, and they'd also bought up a lot of other companies as well. So, let me see, when did Motorola first become a thing? 1928. Yeah, when you've been around since 1928, you have some you have some patents that people want. Almost certainly. I think Google handled it off rather quickly after getting whatever they wanted from them. Yeah, for sure.
2 Duo is effectively a complete remake of the Pebble 2, upgraded with modern components. It features an ultra-crisp 1.26-inch black and white e-paper display and is made out of a polycarbonate frame, available in black or white.
That's not that small. That's a perfectly adequate size. You don't need anything more than 1.26 inches. If you're not satisfied with 1.26 inches, I don't know, man. I can't help you.
Colorways. It will be water resistant, and according to the blog, they are targeting IP8X certification. The Core 2 Duo also includes a microphone and speaker, mainly used for interacting with apps like ChatGPT, for example, not necessarily for phone calls, and it will also have...
What's your thought on people that do phone calls with a smartwatch? I think it's fucking weird. Like, you'll see people that are like, "Hi, how's it going?" It's goofy looking. It is pretty goofy looking. I don't know. I've come to accept answering phone calls with Bluetooth earphones. Like that, I think you look like a crazy person, but it's like a normal thing. But talking into your wrist still is not like a generally accepted thing. Oh, was it the wrong company? They bought HTC, not... Oh, Lenovo bought Motorola. I see. Okay. Either way, when you've been around since 1928, you're gonna have something that a company's gonna want.
Step and sleep tracking, and a 30-day battery life, plus a few extras. For watch...
I don't buy that, right? Look, it's possible it's going to get a 30-day battery life, but anytime a company provides you with a number, it's always going to be asterisk, asterisk. It's, oh, we're not using Bluetooth, or we're doing this, we're doing that. I have my doubts it's actually going to get 30 days. At the same time, if it gets 20 days, I don't think anybody's going to complain. Oh no, my smartwatch needs to be charged once a month, right? Compared to your fucking Apple Watch, which you're lucky to get through a day with.
It will also have step and sleep tracking and a 30-day battery life, plus a few extras. For watch straps, it will use the standard 22mm watch strap, which is awesome for accessibility. There is a ton that you can pick from, especially in the third-party world, and there will be an optional JTAG connector available for purchase for those interested in hacking the firmware. As for the more expensive Pebble Core Time 2, Eric says this is his, quote, dream watch and is everything the Pebble Time 2 was going to be. It features a larger 1.5-inch 64-color e-paper display that will be touch-enabled, allowing for the use of one-tap complications on watch faces, similar to how we have them on more modern smartwatches today. It will also have a metal frame and metal buttons, most likely made out of CNC milled aluminum, and will be available in black and white, with likely a third color option available.
Do not get a watch in white. It's going to look bad very quickly unless you clean it a lot. Just get the black version. It's going to make your life so much nicer.
For the hardware as a whole, they are also targeting IP8X water resistance for the Core Time 2, alongside the inclusion of a heart rate sensor, microphone and speaker, and will also have compatibility with the 22mm watch straps as well.
Hilariously, Lenovo tried to sell their phones and slap the Motorola name on them. No one liked them, but they kept buying the normal Moto phones, so Lenovo just gave up and let Moto keep making phones that are Lenovo. Based.
Microphone and speaker, and will also have compatibility with the 22mm watch straps as well. All of this, plus it's also...
Can I just say, I really like the fact they're doing standard watch straps. I fucking hate it. Here's another thing I hate about modern smartwatches. When they have custom straps. Stop. Cease. There is absolutely no reason... Okay. There is a reason. It's so they can charge you stupid amounts of money for a custom watch strap. But there's no benefit to the customer to have a custom watch strap. Just use a standard model. Cease! Yeah, just, like, you don't need to make something custom. Like, look, it's okay that wheels are round. We don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Estimated to have a 30-day battery life, just like the Core 2 Duo.
As I said, I don't buy... Until I see independent testing, I don't buy... I do not buy it having 30 days.
So software, both smartwatches will be running the now open source Pebble OS. They'll support the core Pebble features that we know and love too, like notifications, the timeline functionality, watch faces, of course, alarms, and so much more. You'll have access to over 10,000 Pebble apps and watch faces.
And there's going to be a lot more people messing around with these once this comes back. I'm very tempted to actually learn how to make a Pebble watch face myself, just because I think it'd be cool. I'm sorry, why does it say Horse Saturday? Fucking 57 Horse Saturday, what? Oh yeah, so with the watch face, this is one of the really cool things. You, like, because it's entirely open, you can just throw all of the information you want on the watch face. Every single bit of diagnostics information on the watch, literally everything it can give you, you can just dump it on the watch face if you want to. If you want to program a watch face that does that. Or you can just have a clean watch face, you know, whatever you're into. If you want your special watch strap so it's flush or something, include an adapter for standard watch straps as well. Sure, I guess that's fine.
Pebble apps and watch faces from the start. In fact, most of the existing apps and watch faces should still work, except some might show a border on the larger Core Time 2 until they're updated for the larger display form factor. According to the blog post, there will also be a new companion app for iOS and Android as well, with an updated SDK.
Oh, that actually reminds me about, I don't know if he's going to mention it. Okay, we'll come back to it. Because I know there are issues with the iOS app. I'll get to that afterwards, though.
Being released to developers. And everything about this just seems scary good, as it seems they're doing everything right here. These watches are incredibly simple, touching on everything that made the first one so popular, like the EP.
I have seen a lot of criticisms on the price, again, because especially the Core Time 2, it gets into, like, the low-tier Apple Watch prices. But at the same time, the battery life is incredible. I like how open source it is, how hackable it is. This might not be a device for everyone, but I think this is a really cool device. My Pine Time face looks like a terminal because I'm a nerd. Awesome.
Paper display, physical hardware buttons, long battery life, and insane third-party developer support. The design calls back to the good old days, not overly flashy or out of touch, at least in my book. Software-wise, the flexibility is awesome, as it will be usable on iOS and Android, and the pricing is super affordable, especially at that $149 price point. Basically, they stuck close to all of the characteristics that made the first round of Pebble watches so charismatic to people, and without a doubt, I have a strong feeling this will be a huge success for Pebble. Although, keep in mind, Eric Mijkowski has made it clear regarding the scope of this project. He does mention in the full statement that releasing these Pebble watches is a labor of love, not a large startup aiming for mass sales, and because of that, there may be some rough edges, potential delays, features missing at launch, and the possibility of things breaking or not lasting as long as desired. The only guarantee that we're told we will get from these smartwatches is that they will be
physical hardware buttons. I love, I have a gun because I work in shop with spraying oil everywhere, so touchscreens are right out. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I like my Vivo Active HR. This is great. This thing I use in the sauna. Yeah, it works great. No issues at all there. I've had this thing in the sauna probably for a collective, like, 10 plus hours over the past couple of months. It doesn't give a shit. It doesn't fucking care at all.
Awesome, and they will be a lot of fun, which is something we desperately need in the tech world. From what we're told, this is not an Apple Watch competitor, this is not a sports or fitness watch, and isn't trying to compete as such, which I think is totally fine. For the first official release in over a decade, lower the pressure a little bit and just have fun and see where things go. With that in mind, though, it seems that there will be an issue with general availability, considering the smaller scale of this release. According to the blog post, these watches will be sold exclusively through the Repebble store, and they will only be sold in limited quantities due to a limited supply of display components. This means pre-ordering is the only way to get one at this time, as it will not be sold in stores. And again, the blog post mentions that pre-ordering is highly recommended because the number of watches manufactured at this time is fewer than the amount of people already signed up on Repebble's website. Shipments will begin in July for the $149 Core 2 Duo, and shipments will begin in December for the $225 Core Time 2. So maybe at some point they can get these supplied.
My Pine Time does almost everything I'd want from a smartwatch. It's an LCD, not an e-paper, but I can still get like 3 to 4 days of a single charge. That's not perfect, but it's much better than Apple Watch. Absolutely. Like, I don't need fucking full iOS or full Android in a watch. Like, this is such a stupid direction. Naming it the Core 2 Duo is super weird because Intel. Wait. I didn't even consider that. Wait, I didn't even consider that. Wait. Yeah, it is the Core 2 Duo, isn't it? I'm sure that he's he probably has a lawyer who's dealt with that one.
Chain issues sorted out. That way, many more people can enjoy these smartwatches.
It would be funny if Intel took issue, though.
I have to say, this is a really exciting event happening in the tech world. I'm really curious to see what the general reception is for this, and please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts with what we know, at least for now. Personally, I'm absolutely thrilled to see this project moving forward. For me, I'll probably be ordering the cheaper Core 2 Duo, but I'm also a little weird about these limited release items, so maybe I'll get the Core Time 2 to and go for whatever that weird special third color option is. Plus, I think a colored display is a really nice benefit to have, especially if I'm going to use it for the long term. But again, please, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I think this is something that will genuinely shake up the smartwatch market, whether that's intended to be the case or not, and I'm truly excited to see where things...
Judging by what Eric has said on Twitter about the other watches, yeah, he fucking hates them all. They all suck. I wonder if I can find it now. It was probably a while ago. He posted a video back when the Pebble was first announced, basically saying, all of the other fucking watches suck. I hate them all. I'm just gonna make my own better. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. No, it's probably too far back.
Go from here. In the meantime, my friends, I'm getting out of here, but before I do, huge shout out to our channel members on screen right now. Simply put, Damien and I greatly appreciate Lloyd from 9 to 5 Google. Thank you so much for...
That was a good video. I actually have never seen a 9 to 5 Google video. I read the website, but I didn't know they actually did videos. So now regarding the thing I was mentioning before, let me just find it. It should be in my... Is it React suggestions? Or is it under the other one? Yeah, here it is, on Eric's website. So, Apple restricts Pebble from being awesome with iPhones. So, this starts off talking about how it was back in 2015. Here's the kicker. It sounds like the situation's gotten worse. This 2024 Classic and also again, Apple states that you must set notifications to play full content previews on your lock screen for them to also be sent to third-party watches. Yeah. Why are things so much harder on iOS? Well, mostly because Apple systematically makes it nearly impossible for third-party wearable developers to build a smartwatch experience comparable to the Apple Watch experience. This is the same problem they have with, why every earbud is worse than the AirPods on iOS. Apple claims their restrictions on competitors are only about security, privacy, and crafting a better experience. It is. For their own devices. So they make everything else worse. At least also tell us as they tuck you into bed. I personally don't agree. They're clearly using their market power to lock consumers into their walled ecosystem. So, yeah, iOS is always going to be iOS. So stop using it. I don't need to tell you guys that. But yeah, stop using iOS. I'm going to buy it. I don't know which I'm going to buy. I am... A part of me is tempted to just buy both of them. Frankly, I am kind of tempted to buy both of them. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's... Yeah, batch 2. Okay, yeah, batch 2. Cool. So... Yeah. I don't know. I'll have a look afterwards. One for each wrist. Buy both and send me the one you don't use. I don't know. I'd probably get it in, honestly, I'd probably get it in black. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Probably get that one. Honestly, like... Oh, okay. There's not actually a choice for the Core Time 2. The Core Time 2... Wait, there should be a color choice here for the Core Time 2. But there's not, because there is a black and white variant. Will they just send me a random one? Is that what's gonna happen? It's also very clear which one people like more, right? Batch 2 has started. This one has 2 left. This one has almost 3,000 left. I think it's obvious which one's more popular. And I get it, like... I don't know, part of me is tempted to get the white one, though. I don't know. Even though I think it's a bad idea, I am kind of tempted to get the white one. Just because it is kind of blingy. Anyway, I like the Pebble. I sadly didn't get to get one when I was a kid, because I was a kid. But I kind of want to get one now. So, we'll see.